Kaz. So I'm very, very pleased to be here with Nick here at the CrossFit in Nishiazabu. And I asked him, I says, I want to get stronger because I've had this injury and I haven't been able to jump so much recently just because of this knee injury. And I've gone through a lot of rehab and it's gotten considerably better, but I think what my weakness now is strength.
Yeah.
You know, like I think now I need to start strengthening up. I've given this enough rest. I think need to strengthen up this joint. And in figure skating, of course, this is a jumping sport. And so I wondered if what you would recommend for exercises to help me.
There's a lot of stuff to do.
Rehab.
There's a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
But first, I've taken out the sled here. You go and grab these two.
Okay.
Yeah. And you just basically hold them like this. It's not so relevant where you hold them, but anywhere. And then what you do is you're just gonna walk backwards like this.
Okay.
All right. So while you do that, I'll pick up some weights for you so you get a little bit heavier.
All right.
And when you're walking backwards, you're kind of going toes to heel, right? So you're pushing on your knees, like the muscles that sit and stabilize around your knee is what you're actually working on now. This is probably the first thing that you should be doing for any kind of like rehab or even prehab. It's not heavy enough though.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We'll start with 20 kilos.
Okay. Yeah, that's significant.
Yeah, so I need you to walk in a straight line though. So if you turn it around, I'll show you exactly what you should be doing. So when you feel the weight on it there, and then it's like, oh, okay, now. And it's really as small steps as this. And keeping your legs as straight as possible. You see what I'm doing?
Yep.
Yeah. This you could do for 10 to 15 minutes every day.
Yeah. Okay.
Can also be done on the treadmill, but I mean this is a better one. You can tell, right? Like the added pressure from the weight.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So this is very often like overlooked as a fantastic exercise for strengthening the knees. I've seen professional rugby players do it, for example. They also need to be in touch and go a lot faster. So those contact sports, people can also use it. But specifically for something like you, I would do this every day.
Yeah, it feels like a good exercise. So it's almost still even too easy. So you could put more weight on that.
Absolutely, yeah.
But let's turn it around. Go back the other way.
So everyone is different, but you'll know if it's too heavy. You see, that's probably, I mean, maybe, it looks pretty good. If you're moving it, yeah.
Yeah, that's, I'm
very different.
Moving it. I'm kind of showing off a little bit. I don't want to look feeble, but yeah, probably if I'm getting into it, I might take one of those off.
Yeah. But I mean, once you get used to it, and it's just about, you know, feel, oh, okay, yeah. And it's really small steps. You don't want to try and run with it or anything. You just want to be like really focused on keeping it nice and calm. This is the first exercise I would recommend doing. The second exercise I would recommend you guys doing as a figure skater, also specifically for your knees, is be on a slanted, something that was slanted forward for you. And then with your knees closed, you want to squat down and back up.
Okay. So this high heel posture is similar to figure skates.
Yep.
We have high heels in figure skates, and that helps us get down lower.
Yeah.
So that's something like this is what you want me to do?
Absolutely, yeah. You do like 3-4 sets of 20 reps. So you can try and do 20 and see how it feels, because you get to 7 or 8 and then you're thinking, oh, okay, now I'm starting to feel something. And then at 15 or 16, you're thinking, oh, okay, now I know what he's talking about. But it takes like 20 reps. And specifically for someone like you in the sport that you're into, the low rep scheme is something you would want to do with heavier weights. But these rehabilitating or prehabilitating exercises is something you want to do for multiple reps. So 20 to 25 reps is a good thing.
Yeah.
When you get good at this and comfortable with it, you could raise the heel up even higher. And you can also hold weights while you're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can increase your cadence, your
Yeah, go slower or faster, but I mean, if you're going slow, you're spending time and attention again, which will make you stronger.
Yeah.
But by doing multiple reps, you're not gonna get bulky, you're just gonna get stronger. Think of it as how much muscle you need to be walking for a mile. Something like this.
Yeah.
How long is one performance when you skate? 2 minutes?
It's between 2 and 4.
Yeah, so something like that. We're talking the sub 5 minute range, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So in that case, it would be interesting to do like maybe 3-4 times as much of that for the backward stepping. So do like 12 to 14 minutes or something. And then this one would be 3 sets or 5 sets, even up to 100 reps, like a total of 100 reps, for example.
Now, for those of us who don't like to count when we do exercises, is there some alternative way we can gauge enough, or?
Yeah, you could gauge it by understanding the burn. Like if you're starting to feel the burn, then go for 5 more reps.
Okay.
All right, then you know, okay, there's something happening right now.
I get it. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you some dumbbells just so that you could try that.
All right.
So you'll just hold these dumbbells, one in each hand, and then you'll try and do exactly the same squat. These are 10 kilos each. So kind of want to have your shoulders like pinned down, and then just like 2 suitcases, they don't move, but you squat up and down. Now you can tell by the added stress that it's a lot harder.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So when I do this exercise for myself, I'll do 3 or 4 sets of 15 reps, and I'll go heavier on each set with dumbbells.
With a rest between each one.
Yeah. You could partner up with someone, and when you go, I go kind of thing. Yeah, I like the way you slowed it down just because it got heavier.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not trying to impress anybody right now.
No, but it's important that you stick with a good form when you do these kind of exercises. And even if it is heavy, just have the courage to stop, or like, okay, go lighter. Heavier is not always the answer, trust me. I've got 2 replaced hips, I know that. You can put the dumbbells down. We're just trying out a couple of things. There's actually also evidence that the 2 things that keep people from dying is grip strength and the ability to land on your feet. So you want to have strong grip strength?
Is that why cats have 9 lives?
Maybe. But you kind of want to have good grip strength in overall things, like, because you know this grip strength is super like relative to how long you're actually going to live, but more so the landing on your feet, because people, they get old and they start breaking bones. Yeah. But by doing jumping exercises, and it starts with a really like just with 1 or 2 plates, right, where you come up, you jump, and then you land on the box and you step down. The idea is to nail the landing as good as possible, so that when you jump up and you land on the in this case a plate, when you on the box. Yeah, so that was what I would say would be a soft landing. See how you don't
want soft landing.
I don't want soft. I want you nail it.
Figure skating, we're all about our soft landing.
Yeah.
You don't want soft landing. Okay.
Not for specifically, not for this purpose. I want that.
Happy?
Now you just stumped on it. You didn't nail the landing. There's a difference.
Nail the landing.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nuance.
So you see how I'm nailing the landing?
You're going very efficiently from this position to that position.
Good. What I need you to do is I need you to open your hip. Right? I need you to open your hip. Right? So this is what we consider a closed hip. Right? This is an open hip. Right? So we're not jumping very high yet. We'll get the other boxes out and you'll probably do that, right? But when you jump, you want to like try and open that hip to extend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have a hip issue here right now. It's even worse than a knee issue. Yeah. So that action right now is not good for this hip.
Yeah, that action we use for barbells. I'm gonna get the box.
All right.
So the funny thing about the box jumps is that they can be done in various ways, right? But now you see there's a substantial height difference from over there.
Yes.
In this case, right, we need to dip down and land on top of the box and then stand up.
Yeah, I haven't been jumping so much recently, but I think I can handle that.
Yep. Good, don't jump down.
Don't jump.
No, you can, right? So some people used to do that a lot in CrossFit. They would jump down and they would rebound at the bottom and jump back up. People's Achilles tendons tend to snap with this exercise. So stepping down is recommended for safety.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one here.
Ultimately, we do want to, as figure skaters, we want to land jumps from height. So we want that ability to
absorb?
Jump down and absorb.
Interesting. That's why your knees are probably shot.
Maybe. Yes, and I've learned actually that my landing technique that I've gotten away with for my younger years and stuff, when I had plenty of testosterone and youthful exuberance to pull things off.
Yeah.
Now I'm noticing now that my landing technique, the use of the three leg joints to make soft landings has not been good, and that's one of the reasons why often injuries come from bad technique, right?
Yeah. For sure. Interesting thing that you could also do for this is you could practice just this. Right? So I'm going down on the heel, I'm touching. This movement for your strengthening can also be done with the weights.
Okay. So if my left leg is my bad knee, this is not going to be a major problem.
You see, because now we're talking sport specific, that is probably the range of motion that you actually need for your landing.
Sometimes, no.
Even further?
Yeah, sometimes
well,
it's
then you have a box you can do it. Yeah.
Because we want to jump as high as we bloody well can, because we want as much air time so we can get our rotations in. So we jump as bloody high as we can, and so then we have to
squat
do
down
the reverse.
Yeah.
We start from a lot of bend.
So try that same thing up here. Right, so you'll stand up on your one leg, right? And in this one now you have all the way down there.
Okay, I'll do again with my bad knee, and I don't know how my range is going to be with this, but we'll see.
And you could just put the right foot on this guy, like let it slide down. Yeah. Again, if you're not adding weight to it, like 20 to 25 reps is a good rep scheme to be looking for, but real slow and let it burn. Like when it starts burning. Yeah, it would. When it starts burning, keep going for it. So these are some exercises you could do. Here's another thing. I think you could go higher in the boxes, when you get really efficient at jumping on the boxes. But I think something that's probably overlooked is the jump rope.
Jump rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically, someone like you do not need to be running outside at all. Like, it doesn't translate into what you do, the running movement of it. Sprinting might, but not running.
But I like running.
Yeah.
But it's not the most efficient way for me to become a great figure skater by running.
Mechanically, it doesn't make any sense for you to be running at all, unless you're trying to lose weight, which is, it's a good thing to do, or maybe just because you like it. But it doesn't translate into your 4 or 5 minutes on the ice. And it's the same for me. I used to love running. I ran 6 times a week, sprinted twice on Mondays and, no, not on Mondays. On Wednesdays and Saturdays was sprint days. So just like 10 times 100 meters with 90 seconds rest in between. The jump rope builds this incredible springy body, which is, I feel, for martial arts, is probably like it's like the essence of being able to be on the balls of your feet, which we always are. So the jump rope, just the simple jump rope, and then also when you add it into the double under technique. This one gives you probably the best bang for your buck, right? If you have never done it.
Yeah, I mean, I used to when I was younger do a lot of skipping, but I haven't recently, so I don't think I need to waste anybody. Do you want me to look foolish? I can try this.
Go ahead,
I tried to do this recently, actually on the ice with skates on. It didn't work out very well.
Wow.
I think I can handle this.
Good. So I need you to stop.
My posture is not the same as yours, is it?
No, it's completely different. But you're jumping like this. And we don't want to jump like that at all. We want to be straight, and it's all in the balls of your feet. So you could just tighten it up, basically.
Yeah.
You see, now I'm going both feet at the same time, and this is harder than doing left, right, left, right. But for training purposes, the both feet at the same time would be better. And this is also something that can be built up over time. Like you start with 1 minute, then you'll get it up to 2 minutes. Yeah. You're holding the hands a little bit wrong. Hold it like this.
Higher.
Yeah, here.
Oh.
Right, like this. And then you don't, this is a heavy rope, so it's you just really want to pull it down. Once it's up here, you just pull it down. So instead of trying to do this, just pull it straight. Like beating a drum. Almost.
I have a shallow learning curve, just to warn you.
Like this. So on the side. You see? It's like the spoke of a wheel.
Yeah.
You just want to keep this straight and it's going up and down.
I see. Here's something like here.
Yep.
Still bending my knees more than you.
Yeah. So, the good news is, the more you do, the better you become. Right? that's the good news.
Yes, I know this this is a life principle, right?
Yeah, in anything, but anything like that. The more you do it, the better you get, clearly. But I think like the jump rope, and we used to do 3 rounds of 3 minutes every day for warm up before we did, our boxing training. But just like becoming familiar with it, then you'll notice that the funny thing, this is compared to, like, for example, if you build it up to 20 minutes, if you go for a 20-minute run and you do 20 minutes of this, you're burning twice as many calories because you're also using your hands.
Yeah.
It's completely different. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, I've seen so many people lose weights with these, and people don't talk about it enough, in my opinion. But there are some guys on YouTube that you can follow called the jump rope guys. They got some great programs and techniques and this and that. Yeah, I just like to keep it simple. So I like to do single unders and also like to do double unders. We use a lot for double unders in CrossFit also. I think with the arsenal that we've had here today for exercises, this could potentially make your legs bulletproof, is what I would like to say. So stronger, so that they can handle the stress of being on one leg.
Bionic man type material.
Yeah, something like that for sure.
Well, thank you very much, Nick, for sharing this.
Next time I want to talk to you about the barbell movements.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so this is great. Impact training for figure skaters and for anybody that does jumping sports. Thank you very much, Nick Pettis, for sharing your information with us today.
Yep.